We welcome you to Phillies Postgame Live, presented by our friends at Cure Auto Insurance. Ricky Pitalico, I'm Michael Barkamp. Phillies go down 4-2 to the Atlanta Braves. My friend right here said this series was very, very important to the Phillies' hopes for a National League divisional title. We talked about that in the pregame program. Ricky Bo, two things you got to do in baseball. You got to pitch and you got to hit. The starter pitched very, very well. The bullpen, a little bit of a different story. Runners in scoring position, a little bit of a different story. Well, they got to score the runs.
The runners in scoring position is going back to the weekend, which were the games where I was a little bit upset that both teams I think were 3 for 32 in a ball game. I mean, this is something the Phillies have struggled with throughout the year. I mean, you have all these opportunities, especially early on in the ball game. You're talking about first and second. I know there were 2 outs in the first, but one hit could have broken that open. They had a leadoff double in the second inning by Marsh. He doesn't end up scoring. These are little things. That's where you have to play that small ball aspect, which they did late in the games on both Saturday and Sunday. But this is a different team. This is the Atlanta Braves, and I really think that Spencer Strider actually gained confidence as the game went on. I think you have him on the ropes early in that game. If you would have had one big hit, I think he would have folded a little bit. That didn't happen. He stuck it to the Phillies. He gained confidence, and he just kind of kept mowing right along.
John Kruk across the street at the ballpark called tonight's game with Tom McCarthy. And John, I don't know your thoughts on how important you think this series is, Game 73 of the season. I'd like to hear them, though, and this would have seemed to be an opportunity missed tonight.
Yeah, this is a winnable game. They didn't come up with hits early, with runners on base, and that the play by JT. Look, you're down 3, and I heard Rick say, you got to be 100%. You got to be more than 100% when you're doing that. And here's the thing: if they were down 1, that might have been a smart play because Harris might have tried to throw to third. But when you're down 2 or 3, well, his job is just, hey, look, make an extra base hit, get him within 1, keep him at first base. JT tried to stretch it and didn't work out, but I thought Ranger pitched great. And, like I said, they just didn't come up with that big hit when they needed it early.
Yeah, what are your thoughts of going to Hoffman in a game like this in the 7th inning? I mean, I understand Sir Anthony's down, so that kind of answers part of the question. But your thoughts on Hoffman?
He has been pitching well. Tonight just didn't work out for him. But, look, we know this is a big series, and you can say it's only game whatever, and it's, you can downplay, it's still relatively early in the season and whatever, but this is important. And I'm not saying sweep, but, you got to win this series, and you got to, then worry about the Mets later. But, I was surprised. I thought they might go with Soto maybe or someone like that. But, look, Hoffman's been pitching good. He just didn't pitch good today.
Yeah, runners in scoring position against a guy like Strider. We talked about it in the pregame show, John, that Spencer Strider got roughed up by the Phillies in the playoffs, and that really was the last memory we all had of his performance against the Phils. Certainly had their number in the regular season. Was this a really important game to overtake him and again, an opportunity missed?
Yeah, well, it was an opportunity missed, Michael, because they had so many hits early in the game, but they couldn't push runs across against Spencer Strider. But I will tell you this, you watch Spencer Strider pitch, last year and then early this year. I mean, it's 70-75% fastballs. He was spinning it tonight, and he spun it a lot because, I was talking to some of the Phillies hitters, during batting practice today. And that's what they said. They said, he doesn't spin it that often. He's going to come right after you, so we got to be ready. Well, he did spin it a lot today, and it was a good one, and he got a lot of strikeouts on it. And even when he fell behind the count, he got back in the count with off-speed pitches, which is, something we don't really see from Spencer Strider. But his last 2 starts, he got hit around, so he had to change something. And I guess today, especially against his Phillies team, it's a very potent lineup. Most of the time, it's, let's spin it and see what we can do, and it worked for him.
Great point, John, because in each of his last 6 starts, he had given up at least a home run. In each of the last 6 of those, that did not happen tonight. So I guess he figured something out. Thanks, my friend. We'll check you tomorrow. Appreciate it. Okay. John Kruk in the booth joining us.
He's playing very well out in right field to start with, and when you're hitting that high, I don't think there's any question that you should be an all-star.
All right, we're going to listen to Rob Thomson and listen when he's asked about the other relievers that he might have chosen from Jose Alvarado, Matt Strom, Junior Marte. Why did he not use any of the three of them? Here's Rob Thomson postgame.
Yeah, you know, we had some chances. He really pitched well when he had to. He hunkered down, runners in scoring position. We got a lot of swings and misses out of him. So, but we did have our chances. We got some base hits and just couldn't come through.
Was everyone available out of the bullpen?
No. No Alvarado, no Marte, no Strom.
There's no physical concern?
No, just workload.
They have tremendous numbers against lefties this year. Is that why you go with Hoffman, there in the seventh inning?
Yeah, and we know they're going to pinch hit, but with his split, we felt like that's going to neutralize a little bit of their left-handed bats. But to me, the leadoff walk is the deal, because that gives them energy, gives them some momentum, and you got to knock that guy down first.
Any thought of walking Acuna in that spot or no?
No.
JT trying for second in the eighth inning there. Just what are your thoughts on that?
Just being over-aggressive, just trying to do too much.
What do you think of Ranger's performance?
I thought he was fantastic again. I thought he had everything working. Curveball was really good again. Changeup was really good. Cutter was good. Can't say enough about him, really.
What sort of difference does it make when you have this version of Ranger in the middle of your rotation, the way he's been going for the last month or so?
Yeah, it just lengthens our rotation out, and in a way, it helps our bullpen because we're getting innings out of our starters and gives them good rest when we need it, and he's just been pitching lights out.
We've made a Price's sort of power outage for the last, almost a month.
Yeah, it's he's hitting the ball hard. He hit the ball hard twice tonight. He's just not getting the ball up in the air, but he will. He will. History tells us that.
Did the Braves look like the team from last year to you, or did they look better?
I think they're same team as last year, pretty much. Same personnel. They're playing well.
You seem to be playing with sort of an attitude, too. They're having fun tonight.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not in their clubhouse. But they're playing well. 21 games over 500, I'd be having fun, too. So.
Marsh had a three-hit night, hit a couple balls hard at the end of the weekend in Oakland. Do you see him kind of slowly getting back to himself? Or?
Yeah, hopefully. He's starting to be a little bit more aggressive at the plate in the strike zone. And that's really what we want him to do.